Welcome back to Nautical Depths. Get ready to dive into the mysterious depths of Russia's latest underwater game-changer, the Poseidon. This colossal, nuclear-capable underwater drone torpedo is masked in secrecy, yet its potential impact on the world stage is undeniable. Join us as we unravel the enigma of the largest torpedo ever built, designed to elude detection and challenge the very foundation of nuclear deterrence. From the icy Arctic to the depths of the Pacific, we'll navigate uncharted waters and unveil how this superweapon could revolutionize naval warfare. Can the Poseidon truly evade the most advanced missile defense systems? And what's the real story behind Russia's other superweapons? Hold your breath and let's embark on this thrilling nautical journey to uncover the truth behind this mysterious underwater nuclear drone and its place in the world's military arsenals. According to state-owned news agency TASS, Russia has just finished building its first batch of nuclear-capable underwater drone torpedoes nicknamed Poseidon. The Poseidon is the largest torpedo ever built and runs on a nuclear-powered engine. According to TASS, Poseidon is meant to be used in Russia's new nuclear-powered Belgorod submarine. Billed as an unstoppable super torpedo by both Putin and some Western news outlets, the Poseidon is another unknown and unproven Russian weapon. Poseidon is NATO's name for Russia's Status 6 Oceanic Multipurpose System, a new kind of underwater drone capable of carrying both nuclear and conventional warheads. TASS, citing an anonymous source, said that the new weapon was finished and would soon be delivered to a Russian submarine. Little is actually known about the mysterious weapon and its capabilities. According to Russian sources and Western intelligence, it's enormous. It weighs more than 200,000 pounds, has a diameter of around 6 feet, and a length of more than 60 feet. It's so big that the Belgorod can only carry 6 of them. This would make it the largest torpedo ever developed and deployed by any country in the world. The Poseidon UUV is one of Russia's 6 strategic weapons, also known as superweapons. Other superweapons include the Sarmat intercontinental ballistic missile, Avangard hypersonic glide vehicle, the Burevestnik cruise missile, the Kinzhal air-launched hypersonic missile, and the Surkon ship-launched hypersonic missile. Of these, Poseidon is perhaps the biggest game-changing superweapon in the Russian arsenal, as it stands to add another dimension to nuclear deterrence. It is an intercontinental nuclear-powered, nuclear-armed, autonomous torpedo. The weapon's speed is expected to be around 70 knots, faster than existing torpedoes, and according to some reports, maybe even 108 knots, making it uncatchable. Its operating depth is about 1,000 meters or 3,300 feet, thus making it elusive as well. Powered by a nuclear reactor, the Poseidon UUV has an unlimited range of operational flexibility in terms of launch and target locations. It can also be launched from under the ice caps. The Poseidon represents a very ingenious method of nuclear deterrence envisioned by Russian military planners. Russians have long wanted to circumvent the American ballistic missile defense systems deployed in Europe, creating a strategic imbalance against Russia. So the option to deploy nuclear weapons underwater enables the Russian military to evade a U.S. ballistic missile defense screening. The world first caught a glimpse of the Poseidon thanks to a 2015 leak that showed off the weapons the Kremlin planned to deploy with the Belgorod. The giant torpedo seems to be unwieldy, an enormous torpedo that uses a nuclear engine to carry it vast distances. Its size and nuclear signature might make it easy to track, but it would be hard to know until one was fired. It's also important to note that though this weapon has been billed as capable of carrying a nuclear warhead, there's no confirmation that the ones that have been produced are carrying one. Putin first revealed the torpedoes to the world during a 2018 presentation to the Federal Assembly, Russia's legislative body. During the speech, he announced the development of 4 new nuclear weapons and demonstrated their use by showing a CGI video of a nuke hitting Mar-a-Lago. In the 2018 speech, Putin said the range of the torpedo would be unlimited and that it could operate at extreme depths at a speed many times that of any submarine or other torpedoes. Putin said, "They are very low noise, have high maneuverability, and are practically indestructible for the enemy. There is no weapon that can counter them in the world today." Along with the Poseidon, Putin also teased the RS-28 Satan II Sarmat intercontinental ballistic missile, the Zircon hypersonic missile, and a nuclear-powered cruise missile called the SSCC-X-9 Skyfall. According to the Kremlin, work on these new nuclear weapons has borne fruit. It said it tested a launch of the Satan II in April 2022. Earlier, it announced that it had deployed the Zircon hypersonic missile on a ship that planned to tour the world's seas. The Skyfall and Poseidon have remained more mysterious, and TASS provided no official confirmation from the Russian Ministry of Defense about the completion of the Torpedo's construction. When the Zircon was shipped out, both Putin and Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu announced it publicly. Neither have recently mentioned the Poseidon or Skyfall. Both the Poseidon and Skyfall are said to use nuclear-powered engines to drive them. It's a weapon idea that the U.S. also attempted to develop in the 1960s but abandoned after increasing concerns about, among other things, radioactive emissions caused by the engine. Unless Russia has developed a new kind of shielding for the Skyfall and Poseidon's engines, there's a chance the weapons will spew radioactive material in their wake once fired. This kind of uncontrolled spew was too much of a risk even for the Americans at the height of nuclear development. In 2019, a nuclear accident at a Russian facility in the Arctic killed 7 people. Moscow claimed the accident was the result of a small nuclear reactor explosion. The evidence, however, indicated that the Kremlin was testing a Skyfall missile and something had gone wrong. Now it appears a similar weapon with similar issues will soon be deployed on a Russian submarine. The Poseidon is also said to be capable of performing 3-dimensional evasive maneuvers to increase its longevity. Moreover, the U.S. has a network of satellites equipped with infrared sensors to detect and track Russian intercontinental ballistic missiles. In the air, the ignition of the missile engine generates extreme heat, creating a temperature difference against the cold background for the satellites overhead to pick up. Instead, satellites can't see what happens in the depths of the sea. Besides, the Poseidon is reportedly designed to emit very little heat and travel silently. Armed with a 2-megaton nuclear warhead, the Poseidon can destroy aircraft carrier strike groups and enemy infrastructural facilities in coastal regions. It will most likely serve in the Pacific Fleet, threatening U.S. naval bases on the West Coast and key cities like Los Angeles. Russia intends to deploy just over 30 Poseidon UUVs. Since a grim New Year's Eve message describing the West as Russia's true enemy in the war on Ukraine, President Vladimir Putin has sent several signals that Russia will not back down. He has dispatched hypersonic missiles to the Atlantic and appointed his top general to run the war. U.S. and Russian officials have both described Poseidon as a new category of retaliatory weapon, capable of triggering radioactive ocean swells to render coastal cities uninhabitable. The Poseidon has its roots in Soviet plans under Joseph Stalin for a nuclear torpedo, which would be able to devastate the shores of the United States. As we resurface from this deep dive into the realm of superweapons, we want to know what you think. Are you concerned about the implications of Poseidon on global security? How do you think other nations will respond to this new development? Share your thoughts and questions in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this nautical adventure and want to stay informed about the ever-changing world of nautical technology and geopolitics, make sure to hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to Nautical Depths for more thrilling explorations of the open seas. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.